Okay, guys, welcome to the webinar. My name is Jeff Mills, and I'm so glad you guys took time out of your busy schedule to just tune in. Next thing we're going to cover, next chapter in the presentation, is how to set up your Facebook reports. This is really important. Most people who are doing ads on Facebook are not getting the right data. They're not looking at the data Facebook gives them correctly. Therefore, they're not able to see the big picture of what their lead costs are and what their sales costs are and everything else. So I want you to think of the funnel, like a funnel, a marketing funnel. And you've got the big, this is like a horizontal funnel. So you've got the big end of the funnel on the left, which is where everyone's kind of like the whole mass of humanity. And as you go towards the right, moving yourself from here over here to the right, you've got a purchaser. So someone who comes in and they see an ad on Facebook and then they engage with that ad. So they click on the ad and they view your website. Maybe it's your squeeze page. Maybe it's like a blog. Maybe it's some other kind of a website, e-commerce, Shopify, whatever it is. Then they might opt in. They might actually take a step after they land on that page. They might either opt in or they might go to your add to cart page and they add their credit card information and then they finally make that purchase. That's the buying cycle of a person going through what's called in market, who's in market to make a purchase, okay? This is the way I set my Facebook ad report. Looks just like this in a way. I can track how much my cost is for everyone who sees my ad. I'll know exactly what my page views cost me. I'll know exactly what a lead costs me. When a lead opts into my funnel, I'll know how much it cost me to generate that lead. And then when a lead makes another step, like maybe they add information to the cart, I know how much that cost me or what it's worth to me. And then when they make a purchase, I know what that's worth to me, and I can measure that all the way across from left to right. And you need to be setting up your report in Facebook to do that. Let me show you how to do that. We're going to go over to, let's see, we're going to go to the Ads Manager. And then this Ads Manager here, you set it up, you have to set it up custom. So right up here in this little box, it says columns. Inside your ad manager, it says columns. Most of Facebook's reports look like this. It's just this out-of-the-box standard called performance. That's what most of you see when you go look at your reports. And probably a lot of you don't even know you could drill it down. And you can measure the performance of your advertising based on engagement, carousel engagement, performance and clicks. You can see some pretty cool things here in the columns. A lot of you don't even know this column exists here, breakdown. And if you ever wanted to, you could actually break down your ads and see how many people, what age are the people who are clicking on your ads? Are male or female clicking on your ads? You could break it down based on the countries that are clicking on your ads or the regions that are clicking on your ads. Why does that matter? Because if you know that like 86% of everyone that clicks on your ad is a woman aged 56 and older, you should probably stop marketing to people who are aged 18 to 50 because maybe those are not your target audience who really like what you're showing them, and you're blowing a bunch of ad money on people who don't really care to buy. Because you can actually track and see who the purchasers are and target your ads on the demographic here by just dialing these in. So you can also find out, hey, are they coming through? Are they what was it here? Platform, device. If you want to know if people are doing mobile, if they're using an iPhone, an Android phone, an iPad, an Android tablet, and they're surfing with Facebook, and they're engaging with your ads on those tools, you need to know that, because if your websites are not mobile optimized, and let's say 68% of all traffic right now on Facebook is mobile, and if your websites aren't mobile optimized, and you're sending these people who click on your ads to this really gross, non-mobile optimized website, people are going to leave really fast, and they're not going to care what your offer is. So you can actually see that by putting in platform and device and know how much of your traffic is going mobile to specific devices, Android, Apple, or tablets. And you'll see like, wow, like truly 70% of your traffic is going mobile. And you've got to be mobile optimized, otherwise you're just missing the boat. So anyway, okay, hopefully that was educational. If you didn't know that, that was good. So what you do is you got to go into columns here, and you go down here to customize the columns. And when you customize your column, you've got to set it up a certain way. So basically your report, as you look at it from left to right, kind of looks like this. As you look vertically, you can see people moving from left to right through your funnel process. Okay, so I've got a really good example of this in one of my clients. I'm going to show you one of my clients, Holy Moly Studios, and they do essential oils. So what you'll see here is I've customized my columns, and I've saved it. I set it as default, and I saved a personal setup here. And so I can start and see how much I've total spent, how much I spent today, how many impressions I'm getting, people seeing my ads total, what my cost per 1,000 impressions is. It's called CPM. And then how much I've reached, how many people are engaging. And then here it is, my cost per landing page view. That's right here. So I'm seeing this. I'm seeing this column right here, step 2, my cost per landing page view. So it's cost me 59 cents, 28 cents, 38 cents, 84 cents, 40 cents just to get a person to view my page. Okay? We're going to scroll over here. My nose is starting to act up. Sorry if I'm starting to sniff a little bit. Okay, and then so that's page view. Then we can see results. So we'll see like the results can measure things like purchases, opt-ins, video views, and stuff like that. So this results column here to me is not really that important. Over here is cost per result, what these results cost me. Again, that's not too important. What I want to know is website leads right here. I want to know how many leads did I get to come and opt in. So people who viewed my page, out of all those page viewers, how many converted over and became an opt-in? They opted into my site. So now I can measure that, and I can track and see how many leads have opted in to my website. And then I'm going to get a cost per lead, a cost per opt-in. I can tell my client now, hey, Beverly, your lead cost is $1.06. Every lead that opts into your website, it's costing you $1.06 to acquire a lead, which is good information to know, right? And then you see this lead's costing me 54 cents. This one's costing me 89 cents. This one's costing me $1.36, okay? And then, you know, that's this step here, step 3. We just measured that step. And then we're going to go further, and we're going to go website purchases right here. This is the honey hole. This is where you make your money in Facebook, is everything that comes through the purchases. And you're able to track using the Facebook pixel. When a person leaves Facebook and goes through your funnel and makes a purchase, Facebook knows and then tells you a purchase was made, and they assign a dollar amount to that purchaser. So we know that our cost per purchase is $10.39, $4.63 per purchase, $5.50 per purchase, $4.91 per purchase, $2.18 per purchase. These are super low cost per purchases. And these could be products that sell for $1,000, $97, $10, $15, but we know what our margins are. You know, if we're selling a $20 product and it cost us $4.63 to sell it, that means we have around $16.50 profit. Then we take our expenses off, you know, from ad costs already taken out, but maybe there's some hard costs, shipping costs, and so forth. Let's say we're left with $12. That's our profit. So we know that we can keep spending money, and it's going to cost us $4.63 ad spend and a few fulfillment costs, and we're left with, let's say, $12 profit. We can scale that to the cows come home. We know we can just keep putting money into that ad, and it's going to keep producing profits for us, and we're going to make money with it as long as you know what your margins and your costs are. So I don't know if any of you guys set up your campaigns to look like this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you guys take a screenshot, because I know you're not going to have time to do it, but I'm going to show you what my columns look like. So I'm going to walk you through this. You go to columns, you click on customize column, And then you want to set up your columns to look like what I have here. So whatever you see, the names, delivery, amount spent, type those right up here in the search box, and then just put them in this exact same order. So you type the word up here, it'll show up in this list, put a check mark by it. It'll show up at the bottom of the list, way down here at the bottom. And then you just grab it and drag it, okay? And put it in the order that I've got my order in here to match my columns. So take a screenshot of that. I'm going to drag the scroll bar down. And if you're watching like later in a replay or whatever, just pause the screen and make a note of all of the columns I've got here, okay? So go ahead and take a screenshot of that, those of you who have screenshot capabilities, and then put them in this exact same order. I'm going to take it away in about 5 seconds, and I'm going to scroll down. So get out that capture, take a picture with your phone or something, or watch the replay later, and you'll have access to pausing. All right, we're going to scroll down here. So now we got the bottom half of the list. Look at that. Get that set up. Take a screenshot of that and set it up. So this is the way you properly track people moving through your funnels, moving through from your landing pages to your squeeze pages, to your cart pages, to your purchase pages, and know how to measure the results. Now, a client, if you're doing client work and you're servicing businesses, coaches, speakers, companies, corporations, mom and pop organizations, they're going to want to know, what is my cost per lead? What is my cost per opt-in? And they want to know those numbers. So what we've got is we do this tracking sheet. Okay, so here's what it looks like on a spreadsheet. So every day, my staff logs into this account, and they put the date, how much the ad spend was, how much engagement, the reach, the clicks, the cost per click, and we measure everything. So my clients can access this, everybody can access this, all of our team, our clients can see the results, and they can see how many leads came through, what the cost per lead is right here, 62 cents a lead, 54 cents a lead. This is really low cost per leads, you guys, like super low. How many sales we got from those per day. So we're measuring the sales here. You can see low sales here at the beginning, and then the sales really picked up. And then total sales, what our cost per acquisition to make a sale is. We can see those numbers. And total revenue generated, average order value. So we give these numbers to our customers, and they can work with us and see right alongside with us how their ads are performing and know the same things that we know without knowing anything about Facebook ads. So if you're not measuring things correctly in Facebook, then you're not getting the right data out there to people, and you're not knowing your numbers. You're just guessing, and you're probably wasting a lot of money, and it's probably costing you a fortune because you're just not knowing if what you're doing is working. And how do you know if what you're doing is working? Because you get purchases. You get people who buy stuff. We can see the numbers and know, wow, we're not getting anyone purchasing something, so we got to fix something in our funnel. And we go back and we fix a page, we optimize a page, we change something on a page to see if we can increase the conversions, or we change our audience. We got to change something to improve the factors that we're measuring. And when we see the cost to acquire things start to go down, we actually know that we're improving, and we just keep diving in, keep testing, refining until we get it dialed in. All right, so any questions about Facebook ad reports? I'm going to look here and see if any of you guys have any questions about that. Do I use a different pixel for each client? So when I'm doing my agency work and I'm servicing a client, I'm going to use their Facebook ad account, and their specific Facebook ad account has a pixel. And I'm going to use their pixel and put their pixel usually into their ClickFunnels website, because we use a lot of ClickFunnels websites to build our funnels on. So we put the Facebook pixel in the header of their ClickBank or their ClickFunnel, and that pixel in the header will be measured across every page in their funnel. And then we use certain measuring tools per page. So I can say, I'm going to put a special code on a page that says this person is a lead. So when a person hits that page, this person became a lead, it tells Facebook. So then we know we got that lead that came through step 3, all right? When a person lands on a page after they buy something, that's called this person made a purchase. And then we send that code to Facebook. Facebook says, okay, this person landed on this page. That means they made a purchase. How much did it cost to get them to this page? So that's how that works. So you use a pixel, use the client's Facebook pixel, and use the client's ClickFunnels account. So it's very specific to every client. Okay, next question. Can I enlarge that? I don't think I could, Greg. So hopefully you're able to take a snapshot or watch the replay and pause it. Are there any guidelines on the metrics at each stage? That's an important question. And what Shrin is asking, they're asking, when you look at these numbers, how do you know what's good? Like, is there a benchmark of what should a cost of lead be? What's the benchmark of a good cost per lead? What's the benchmark of a good page view? What's the benchmark of a website purchase? That's really good. All I can tell you is that it's all over the board. Every niche you market into is going to have different metrics come back to it. So you got to know your metrics for your own niche. This market, for this particular client, they sell a DVD of how to use essential oils and why essential oils are so powerful for your health and wellness and vitality. It's a 90-minute documentary called Ancient Secrets of Essential Oils. And it's a powerful, really, really cool movie all about using essential oils in your life and how it affects the body. And there's no pitch, there's no MLM attached to it. It's just a generic movie. So a ton of people who are doing MLM, direct sales with doTERRA, Young Living, and so they get these DVDs and they give them to all their prospects so they can show them the proof that, hey, look at doctors and models and professors and people are talking about essential oils is really powerful. You should watch this and use the oils in your life, and they sell them their oils, right? So in this particular category, when you see a 59-cent landing page, obviously the lower that number, the better. And when you see a cost per result of $10.39, that only matters as long as you know your margin, So if you're selling something for $100 and it costs you $10 to make that sale, man, you're making a big chunk of change there. That's a lot of profit in that. But if you're selling something that's a $20 DVD and it costs you $10.39, well, then wow, we got to scale that back a little bit because we're losing half of our cost into the ad spend cost. So those are the best kind of metrics to look at. You want your click-through rates, people wonder, like, what's a good click-through rate percentage to be? And across the board, you guys, you're not really going to see many people get click-through rates that are 4, 5, 6, 7, 8%. Like, that's pretty unheard of. Rare circumstances where you see click-through rates that are above 3 or 4%. Most click-through rates will be between 0.5 and 3%. And the higher the percent, the better you're doing. So you want as big a percentage as possible on your click-through rates. The bigger the number here, the better you're doing. And then clicks, right? You want to see, are we getting clicks? Obviously, the more clicks you're getting, then the more people are engaging. And you can measure, what does that click cost you? So the lower the click, the cheaper the click, the cheaper the cost is to acquire a prospect. So you want to make sure that these numbers are as low as possible. And these are pretty phenomenal numbers, by the way. 54 cents per click is a good dollar amount. Now, your cost per lead, I like to say, I know some people who it costs them $70 to get a lead, but they're selling a high-ticket item, right? So a $70 lead might not be that big of a deal if they're selling a multiple $1,000 product, right? A friend of mine named Brian, he's driving traffic to a solar ad for consumers who are in the market to buy solar for their house. And he's generating those leads at $6 an opt-in, $6 per, not opt-in, $6 per application. So his cost per opt-in is probably $2 or $3, but he's also measuring how much it costs him to get an application for someone to actually go through the funnel, watch a video, learn about solar, fill out an application to say, hey, come to my house and sit down across the table and show me how I can save money on solar energy. And that lead is costing him $6 per application. That lead will purchase $20,000 solar system. So you tell me, is a $6 application a good low cost for a $20,000 purchase? Absolutely. Now, will all those leads make a $20,000 purchase? No. But you know your numbers now. So you know I just got to get as many of these $6 applications as I can, and a handful of them will convert versus the ones that won't. Is that helpful? So hopefully that helps you guys. Yes, Paul, there'll be some kind of a replay when we're done. I'm not sure why you can barely hear me. Hopefully maybe I got away from the microphone a little bit there when I was getting excited, so I was a little animated. So, all right, I got a lot of stuff, you guys. We're maybe 3/4 way through the presentation. Hang with me, stay with me. I got some really important stuff to share with you next. And that's all about the Smart Pixel. This is the competitive advantage for Traffic Mills, which is my digital marketing agency.